I just tell the truth, and telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kelly, and we are back with another video. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe if you're into true crime stories, news, politics, and so much more. And if you're a returning listener or subscriber, thank you guys so much for being a friend. I appreciate y'all very much. Thanks to everyone who's watching this video right now. And I'm about to go slap the fuck off, okay? Because if you can see by the thumbnail, we have another trans shooter, okay, who decided to walk his ass up into Lakewood Church today in Houston and start trying to shoot at people. For what reason? Well, we have a little bit of an inkling, but we're going to get into it, guys. We have another sick-ass motherfucker. We have two very sick individuals, mentally ill individuals, and I've about had it up to here with them. So let's get into these stories, guys, and I want to know what y'all think. Leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think about these topics. Like the video if you like it at the end, and please subscribe if you want to see more like this. And without further ado, let's get into it.
Yeah, Victor, we just got the search warrant for the shooter's home within the last 30 minutes. Now, Houston police say the Lakewood Church shooter did stay at this home, lived here off of Gulfstream Drive. A car actually just pulled up here live, as you can see. After this report, we'll see what we can find out. A woman walking in the house now. Oh, wow. Now, it states the search warrant. Authorities had reason to believe guns, ammunition, and explosive materials were in the house after the shooter made threats of having a bomb at the church. We're going through that search warrant right now. 3 independent sources confirmed to KHU 11 the 36-year-old Genesee Moreno, also known as Jeffrey Escaliente, in the past walked inside Lakewood Church on Sunday with a long rifle and started shooting. Federal agents were spotted in this Conroe neighborhood last night searching the house where the shooter stayed. Our cameras were rolling when Moreno's car was towed outside the home just within the last couple of hours. HPD says Moreno was shot and killed by 2 off-duty officers yesterday, and a child as young as 5 with her was shot in the crossfire along with a man. Back at the scene of the home, one neighbor describes how long this street was blocked off by law enforcement agencies.
I think it was for about 2 hours before I finally was able to come home, which was really scary because my wife was here with our kiddo, but no one was telling me what was going on. Why are there all these police officers here?
Yeah, as for that child shot, within the last 30 minutes, we did check. That child is still in critical condition in the hospital. That young boy still fighting for his life. We also just learned from authorities that that child sustained very severe injuries, and it's really unclear right now if that child will survive. So obviously, several people pulling for this child to make it through, and we are still working to find out the shooter's connection to the child in the hospital currently. Reporting live in Conroe, Ugochi Iloka, KHOU 11 News.
So I guess he knew this child that got shot. I'm not too sure. The details are still a little unclear, but let's get into it, y'all. So this man right here, Jeffrey, I'm going to call him Jeffrey, if that's okay with everyone. I'm sure it is. He decided to walk his dumbass up into Lakewood Church in Houston, Texas, and start shooting at people.
In Houston tonight.
And luckily, he's such a bad shot that he didn't kill anyone yet. There's still a child in very critical condition, apparently. And then he was killed by the police, which, good riddance. So there you have it. But let's get into the story. So, a Lakewood Church shooter identified as transgender immigrant from El Salvador, who was apparently well off because, as you could see from the news clip there, he was driving an Infiniti, which looked to be a very nice car. So, this is how they're living, okay? And apparently his rifle had Free Palestine on it. So, just a complete mishmash of woke bullshit, okay? Is this the kind of is this what we're going to allow? Is this what we're going to allow for in this society? A trans illegal immigrant from El Salvador crying about some free Palestine is going into our churches in this country and shooting at people. Y'all, when I say I'm fired up about this, I cannot even tell you. Authorities have identified the shooter as Jeffrey. I don't care about his last name. From El Salvador, a 36-year-old transgender man who has a criminal history stretching back to 2005. Jeffrey Escalante, based on records from the Texas Department of Public Safety. His past arrests paint a troubling picture encompassing a range of offenses, including failure to stop and give information, okay, assault of a public servant, assault causing bodily injury, forgery, possession of marijuana, theft, evading arrest, and unlawful carrying of a weapon. Okay? Okay? Are we clear? So here's some more mugshots, okay? Let's take a look at this disgusting individual who, how he was still in this country is beyond me, okay? Here's this individual here. So this is his past criminal record, okay? So just some of it, just a little bit of it. Do we know the immigration status yet? I don't know. I would love to know, though. I would really be curious to know. 4/4/22, 7/20/22. Why was this person not in jail? What is going, I mean, what? Okay. I'm going to try to calm down here. Okay, so here's some more. Jeffrey Escalante. Dismissed. Look at this. Look at this shit. Possession of marijuana, dismissed. Okay? Deposed. He was deposed for a theft. He was deposed for forgery, deposed for assault, bodily injury, failure to stop and give information. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Evading arrest. Why was this person having a gun? Why is his race listed as white? Why? And I'll tell you why. It's because they're trying to mess with the crime statistics. They're trying to confuse people. They're trying to deflect these things. They're trying to make it seem like Hispanics are white, and they're not. They don't identify themselves as white. They don't try to be white. They don't act white, okay? No. Abso-fucking-lutely not. Witnesses report that Moreno was dressed in a trench coat and backpack, and alarmingly was accompanied by a child. Okay, that was a child that was shot. So he brought in this child with him to go do a mass shooting, which thank God he didn't get too far and didn't actually kill anybody. He just ended up injuring the child that was with him critically. Which, I mean, my God, who is this child? Y'all, okay, let me calm down. When he entered the church armed with a long rifle, the Gateway I can't even talk right now. The Gateway pundit reported earlier that the man's gun, which was an AR-15 used in the shooting, had a Free Palestine message on it. Moreno walked into the building. Jeffrey walked into the building shortly before 2 p.m., accompanied by a child estimated to be 4 or 5 years old, and opened fire, detailed Houston Police Chief Troy Finner during a news conference. The church was transitioning between services and gearing up for a Spanish language service when the attack happened, as described by televangelist and pastor Joel Osteen, who spoke at the same news conference. It was a moment of transition, Osteen said. I can only imagine what could have occurred if it happened during the 11 o'clock church service. The chilling scene was partly captured on a church video feed, which was abruptly interrupted by the sounds of gunfire and screams. 2 off-duty officers, a 28-year-old from the Houston Police Department and a 38-year-old TABC commission agent, both with under 5 years of service, confronted the shooter, resulting in him being shot. A 57-year-old man caught in the situation as an innocent bystander was shot in the leg. The child, whose relationship with Jeffrey has not been disclosed, was shot and is currently in critical condition. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. I mean, my goodness, the shame. The absolute and utter shame. I hope you people are done. I hope you people who want to keep pushing this shit on everyone are done. Because I'm so done with it that I'm beyond it, okay?
A la siguiente página, m3missions.com/ 2024.
You can hear the
Repito,
gunfire.
no corran, quédense tranquilos.
I mean, I still cannot get over the fact that this man brought a child with him to do a shooting inside of a church. I mean, this is so insane to me, y'all. Like, this is really terrifying, actually, because these children, these young children, are being brought up in these homes with these crazy people, with these insane individuals, okay, who are so sick in the head. They would come over to this country from El Salvador and acquire a nice home and an Infinity, a nice car, and still become a trans psychopath who goes up and shoots a Christian church in the middle of a Spanish service, by the way. Okay, you go and shoot at your own people. What kind of shit is this with a child? I mean, immediately needs to be, if that child, I pray to God that child survives, immediately needs to be removed from that home. I mean, this is what we mean when we say that these people should not be allowed to have children. They shouldn't. I'm sorry. This is what's going to happen. We're going to have so much more of this. These people are being brought up in these environments that is so unhealthy, and it is sick. It is sick.
What the fuck?
Thank God he didn't shoot anybody. Thank God he did not kill anybody. Because with a rifle, with an AR-15, I mean, my God, it could have been so much worse. And I'm really, honestly shocked that it wasn't. Because how do you, I mean, what were you doing? And how did he get through all of the security? I mean, Lakewood is the biggest megachurch in Houston, okay? Like, and the security there is massive. There's cops that line the streets because of the amount of traffic that goes into that church. So, and this happened yesterday, which was Sunday. I mean, the police presence must have been huge. And you're walking down the street in a trench coat and a long rifle, and nobody stops you. This is really gonna piss me off. But I guess let's watch it. So excuse the barrage of probably profanity that's fixing to come out of my face right now. Houston PD ran an entire investigation to figure out which pronouns to use for the shooter at Lakewood Church. I mean, my God.
Utilized both male and female names. So she has utilized both male and female names.
No!
But through all of our investigation to this point, talking with individuals, interviews, documents, Houston Police Department reports, she has been identified this entire time as female.
No!
Her. And so we are identifying her as Genesee Moreno, Hispanic female.
Absolutely fucking not. Nope.
There were 2 weapons. So.
And I don't care if I'm wrong and it comes out that it is, whatever's between the legs of this person, that's what they are. Okay. I don't even give a fuck at this point. You know, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Whatever. It looks like a man, honestly, to me. So this looks like a whole ass fucking man. So wait, it is a girl? This is the shit. This is the shit that I'm talking about, y'all. Like, I'm really, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so this is from Robbie Starbuck. Apparently it is a biological female who wanted to be a man. Oh, really? Okay, then I guess it is her. Listen, I'm so done with everyone. Lock them up. Let's round them up. We're going to deport the ones that are here illegally, or the ones that are, you know, anchor babies even. They're all going to hell, and we're going to help them there. And all the rest of them straight into a mental facility. Okay, so this is a biological female, is what I'm being told now. Even worse. So what is it? Reports indicated that the shooter was female, but it has since been revealed that Moreno was a male. Okay, I'm so done. I'm so fucking done. See, this is the confusion. This is the fucking confusion that this causes. This is so absolutely ridiculous. This has to stop. Sex female? So is it a male or female? I'm just gonna call it an it. How about that? Okay? It. That's what you'll be referred to from here on out, sir. It. Thing.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeffrey Escalante Moreno.
Absolutely not. I will call you it. Thing. You absolute horror show of a person. So that's what's going on, guys. It really is dangerous. I mean, my goodness. So I don't even think anybody knows. But
a peaceful day of prayer.
Like I said, whatever it is by birth, like whatever it was born as, that's what it is. So anyways, this person is dangerous. This ideology is dangerous. It causes confusion. It causes destruction. I mean, it's just, it has to stop. It has to be put an end to.
We don't understand why all these things happen, but we know God's in control, and we're going to pray for that little 5-year-old boy and pray for the lady that was deceased, her family and all, and the other gentleman. But I don't know, it's just kind of in a fog, but, you know, just believe that, you know, we're going to stay strong. We're going to continue to move forward, and there are forces of evil, but the forces that are for us, the forces of God are stronger than that. So we're going to keep going strong and just, you know, doing what God's called us to do, lift people up and give hope to the world. Again, I want to thank all these gentlemen because, you know, I can only imagine if it would have happened during the 11 o'clock service. We were in between services going into the Spanish service. So, you know, if there's anything good of it, you know what, she didn't get in there and do a whole lot worse damage. So we thank God for that. He's watching over all of us. And as the chief says, we're going to keep going strong and bringing hope to the world. But thank you again.
Okay, yeah, he gets on my damn nerves. But anywho,
in Houston tonight, a peaceful.
That was Joel Osteen, the pastor, I guess. You want, whatever. I'm not gonna hate on Joel Osteen. He's more of a motivational speaker than an actual pastor, but you know, whatever. He's promoting positivity. Anywho, if you want to take that, that's fine. But I'm not praying for that individual. Okay, Satan's got his hands on her now, or him. Satan has it in his grips now. So, you know, whatever. Sorry about it. I do feel empathy, you know, for the family of this individual. But that's about it. That's about all I have for you. And the child, of course, the child that was drug into this entire situation is now critically injured and could possibly die at the hands of this it. So yeah, I have sympathy and I will pray for that child and the family of that child. But that's about it. I'm sorry. Like, no. Yes, and I'm glad there wasn't more damage done, but it's just ridiculous. It's just too much at this point. You can only give so much. Here's some of the children being guided out of Lakewood after the active shooter situation. I love
Gage can go live and say, hey, we're on scene, and
I cannot imagine being there with my small child and having a trans come in there and try to shoot at people. I don't even know what I would do. So there's more people from, you know, from Honduras and shit. Get them all out. Everybody, listen. You know, like whenever you're at home and like you're throwing a party or whatever and like a fight breaks out in your house, you know, you don't just like continue the party after that. You get everyone the fuck out and you figure out what's going on. This is what needs to happen in America, okay? It's time for everyone to go back home, wherever you came from. Wherever you came from, go back there. And maybe you can come back in a little while when we figured it all out. Until then, sorry, bye, out, okay? not going to really deal with it anymore because it's too much. It's becoming too much. The child shot not expected to survive. This is as of 4 hours ago. My God. So the TABC officer who downed the shooter has been identified as Adrian Herrera. Good for you. Give him a medal. He confirmed that Herrera was working off duty as a security officer at the church when the person opened fire with a long rifle in the lobby of the building. Herrera and another officer responded by engaging the shooter and neutralizing the threat. Give them both a medal. Officials with the agency are working with local and state investigators to uncover more details as the motive behind the shooting. Herrera has been placed on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of an internal investigation. I'm sorry, what? ¿Qué pasa? What the fuck? What? Why? Why? Give him a promotion. The 5-year-old child shot Sunday at Lakewood Church is not expected to survive. Okay? A Montgomery County District Attorney's Office spokesperson said Monday. The child, who has not been identified, was wounded when gunfire was exchanged. And, oh my God, y'all. This makes me so infuriated. Why did this person bring a child with them to do a shooting? This is insanity. This is like one of the most horrifying things I've read in a minute, like that I can even think of someone doing. I'm disgusted with this world. The child, who has not been identified, was wounded when gunfire was exchanged with 2 off-duty police officers working as security for the church. The child came into Lakewood Church with Houston Police Chief Troy Finner said Sunday. The child was transported to Texas Children's Hospital in critical condition. Free Palestine was written on the gun in the shooting. So free Palestine, you know what? That's another thing that needs to go. I mean, what kind of backwards ass, sick-minded individual is upset about Palestine and the violence going on there? And so what? You go and shoot up a church? For what? For what? Like, what kind of, like, twisted ass logic is that? What kind of dumb fuck thinks that that's what you go and do? And I don't know if that was the motive. It just kind of gives more of an insight into this person's mind, into its mind. And, I mean, it just goes to show you that, like, all of this, like, progressive ideology, all of these psychos, these mentally ill people, I mean, we got to get a grip on them. We really do. This is where, like, you know, the idea of, like, fascism sounds real desirable at this point, because these people are loose cannons, and they're going to have more violence. They're going to inflict more violence onto innocent citizens and infect innocent children that they are around, that they live with the same type of sick ideology that they are so entrenched in. And if we keep allowing that, then it's on us, really. All of this blood of these innocents is on all of us who don't do anything, who don't speak out about this. Because I'm, quite frankly, had it up to here. Sources told ABC News investigators are pouring through the suspect's social media and writings to determine a motive. And who knows if they'll even actually release the motive or release any information that they find out, because we still have yet to get the other transgender shooter, that other woman who shot up the school in Tennessee. We have yet to get her manifesto, which is absolutely a travesty and completely ridiculous as well. Lena Hidalgo, Harris County retard, the worst person ever, is calling for investigators to look into whether or not the shooting was a hate crime targeting Hispanic people. Ma'am, you fucking retard. How can another Hispanic have a hate crime against their own people? You dumb bitch. If that's the case, then every black on black crime is apparently also a hate crime. Every white on white crime is also, I mean, how dumb do you have to fucking be? She needs to go somewhere also. We need to deport her too. Lena Hidalgo is the worst. I am so annoyed. Finner also said the shooter sprayed a substance on the ground. It is still unknown what the substance was. God only knows. My Lord. So, things that we still don't know apparently are the relationship between the 5-year-old boy and this it person, and we also don't know the immigration status of the it. So we need those things stat. We really need those like yesterday. So, and I don't know why they put that officer on administrative leave. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. So the reason why I'm like more inclined to believe that it's a man by birth is because the media keeps calling it a woman and a she. But I don't know, because also the police report and the charging documents called it a woman. So it's like very, very. Do you guys understand like how confusing this is? This is so ridiculous. But whatever it is, it's dead. So that's one good thing, I guess. But anyways, I guess that's it for this story for now. I will be following up on this. Right now, all I can do is like rage on and just let out a barrage of expletives. So I'm not being very helpful right now, but I just wanted to make sure you guys heard about this and that I got some of this rage out of me, because I really just cannot deal with the continuation of this absolute insane ideology that is going on in our country. And if this doesn't like show you that there's a problem with this and that we need to address it now, like very much now, I mean, how many more of these is it going to take? You know, we're seeing a lot more of this, and it's all of these Antifa, trans, immigrant, free Palestine types that are just out of their minds, taking 5-year-old children with them to do a mass shooting. How ridiculous can you be? So let's see how much attention the media will give this story and how many answers we can get, because Houston PD has a notorious reputation for not doing a very good job at all. And I'm really curious to see where this is going to go, and I will be following the story, and I'll keep you guys updated. And just pray for all of those involved who had to witness something this horrific inside of their own church where they go, and for the family of that little boy who was subjected to this insane person, this mentally deranged lunatic who would take him and put him into that situation. So obvious that this person did not give one damn about that child, and how it even had possession of the child, how it even had access to the child. It needs to be investigated. It needs to be addressed immediately, because how many more like it are out there? How many more like this person are out there having access to children, having influence on children? What are they doing to them? We've covered many stories like this, and it's very alarming and very concerning. And I will give you another example before we get out of here. And this is going to piss me off probably just as more, so we're only going to touch lightly on this story here. But a Kentucky trans pedophile receives no jail time after pleading guilty to sex abuse of a baby. Mark Childers was charged with 1 count of first-degree sexual abuse of a victim under 12 and 3 counts of first-degree criminal abuse of a child under 12. And here he is right here in all of his sick-ass glory, okay? Biological male has been charged with sexually abusing a baby, will not face jail time after reaching a plea agreement with prosecutors, okay? A transgender daycare worker in Kentucky has been charged with 1 count of first-degree sexual abuse and 3 counts of first-degree criminal abuse. So Childers, Mark, struck an agreement with prosecutors, which included entering a guilty plea in exchange for his charge of first-degree sexual abuse of a victim under 12 to be amended to sexual misconduct, which is a Class A misdemeanor. The remaining abuse charges were also dropped. Childers, who first began identifying or dressing or mentally confused himself as a woman 7 years ago, was represented by prominent trans activist lawyer Madison Leach. Childers had been sentenced to 12 months in prison, but the judge postponed sentencing in favor of a 6-month conditional discharge. In addition to avoiding incarceration, the defendant may be able to clear his criminal record if he adheres to the conditions of the conditional discharge. First of all, 12 months is not enough. 12 years is not enough, okay? What is the issue? What is the disconnect? I mean, pedophilia is being slowly normalized in this country, and I'm disgusted with every single person who would think this is okay. This is so disgusting to me. Look at this. Dismissed. Oh my God. Okay. In February of 2023, the Department of Community-Based Services received an anonymous tip that had accused Childers of inappropriately touching a baby while changing the baby's diaper, also making inappropriate comments to the infant during the act. The abuse occurred in November of 2022 at Explore Learning Academy. Why the fuck Explore Learning Academy is employing a trans is completely beyond me. Why are these people allowed to work with children? It's sick. It is sick and deranged. If you have your child at this facility, you need to immediately get them out and get them away. Get them away from these people. They are deranged. Childer was accused of both sexual and physical abuse while employed at the daycare. That's just great. McCracken County Jail. They're smoking some damn McCracken. Look at this. Sex female! So these y'all, I gotta get off here. I think I gotta go because I'm literally... Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, they're lying about people's races. They're lying about people's sex. This is so insane to me. This is Kentucky. Kentucky, are y'all all right? Y'all are smoking McCracken out there. What the fuck is going on? Oh my God. Okay, I gotta go. Let's finish this off. Childers was asked to help a colleague change an infant's diaper. A colleague noticed Childers cleansing the infant's genitalia when she observed that the infant appeared distressed. Childers was then questioned as to whether he was inflicting pain on the infant. The colleague then observed Childers perform a circular motion while rubbing the infant's genitalia and said that was her clit area and she likes it. It just made her day. I mean, death penalty. Death penalty? Anyone? 12 months? 12 months is what he was initially sentenced to? 12 months? And that's what he said? You get the death penalty. If I'm the judge, death penalty. Later on in the investigation, police learned that Childers had also been accused by other co-workers of neglecting the children for hours while they sat in high chairs. What is this? Is this facility shut down yet? Because do I need to make a fucking call? Because they're not going to like it if I do. Upon questioning, Childers maintained that he did not change the baby's diaper. However, he later admitted to changing the infant when police provided proof of a text message that Childers had sent informing his director that the baby's diaper had been changed. So he's a liar, he's a pedophile, and he needs to die. Childers took their mother's maiden name after identifying as a woman. So Mark is his name, okay? And he's a whole ass man, but here they have it. Facility administration admission report listed as a damn female. This is a lie. This is a lie. This should be illegal. Okay? I mean, all these people are going to hell, dude. Literally, I just can't. I just cannot. So, I'm so done. I'm so flipping done. I gotta get out of here because the Spectator quoted by Boaz claiming, ultimately, any plea bargain that is reached is my responsibility, and I believe that the sentence that the defendant served was appropriate for what could be proven in court. Oh, really? Oh, really? I think death penalty would have been more appropriate. So they go on to say, or the quote ends there, and this article goes on to say, it is disturbing that peaceful January 6 prisoners have been sentenced to many years in jail where they are abused and harassed while murderers and sex offenders get off easy with woke prosecutors and DAs. That's America's justice system under Democrats. And I agree. I'm disgusted with this fucking country. I am absolutely beyond I mean, I'm beyond reproach right now. Like, honestly, I just might, I don't even know. I'm not going to do anything, obviously, because I'm not a fucking lunatic, transsexual, crazy person. But I just want to show you guys the stat. I was watching this video earlier about this.
There is a study about the frequency of personality disorders in trans patients. Let's just leave this here. Let's just leave it here. One thing I will say is there is not a distinction in the study between people claiming a trans identity versus actual transsexual people. But either way, it's worrisome. The top 3 personality disorders in trans patients are narcissistic personality disorder. Who would have thought? We filmed tons of videos on this channel about that already. Obsessive compulsive. That makes sense. I could see that. And masochistic sadistic. I mean, it all makes sense. This is very real and this is happening. Redux, an old school feminist website, has been covering these stories for the past few years now. Highly recommend giving them a follow on X. Here's another story out of Canada. Study finds nearly 45% of trans women inmates, and we say trans women, but we don't know if they're actually trans women or if they're trans women. You know what I mean? People taking advantage of the trans title. We don't know. Have been convicted of sex crimes. Just something tells me that.
And this is a lesbian, so she's trying to be like, a little bit more kind than I am. There's no such thing as trans women, okay? These are males. 45% of males who are insane and who have a mental disorder where they think that they can come across or transition their gender to a woman, which is not real. 45% of those inmates are sex offenders, okay? That's what's going on, guys. That is where we're at, okay? So, and I'm sure that's probably rookie numbers. Those numbers probably go way up. Those are probably way underreported. But that's just my opinion. So I'm fully enraged to the point of probably I need to go like punch a wall or something. But I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that because I'm not a psychopath again. But I'm angry. This is bullshit. This is absolute bullshit. We got to get these people the help that they need. Okay? And the ones that are immigrants here illegally, we need to get them the fuck out of the country. I'm done with everyone who thinks that this is okay, who wants to keep promoting this, who doesn't see how dangerous it is. We have to save these children that are exposed to these sickos, and we got to get it together. I mean, my God. Otherwise, it's going to be your family member who is harmed next. And I'll be damned if it's one of mine. So, y'all let me know, guys. Please like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for more insanity like this. We'll be following this Houston trans shooter story. And until next time, I will see y'all later. Bye.
I just tell the truth. And telling the truth is crazy in a world full of lies. If you mix brilliance with bravery, that we can ignite something. Even this conversation alone can ignite the people.
The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.